turbo vs twin turbo, the real differences. That might be cool. Here we go.
Single turbo, twin turbo. Have you noticed any difference in how the car? Obviously, it's gonna make power differently, but what do you prefer between the two with the LS?
This comes up.
Oh, with LS. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out for RB26 though. So I don't know with LS though. I don't know. Cause will that information be accurate to what I need to know though? Who knows?
All the time.
Okay.
People ask about single versus twin.
Yeah.
Because we've been fed by the magazine guys that two small turbos spool up faster than a single turbo does. That's actually not accurate. The accurate thing
There's no way.
is if you have, let's say you want
It's
to make
logical.
1,000 horsepower
Okay.
again. So you have a single turbo that makes 1,000 horsepower.
Okay.
You have two 500 horsepower turbos that will also make 1,000 horsepower because that's what happens. You have two twins that make 500.
Right.
If you size both of those to do the same thing, they're going to do the same thing.
All right, I got my answer. Single turbo or twin turbo are the same. But wait, he might say something that I don't know.
Because what happens is you have all of your exhaust energy in accurate pulses going to a single turbo.
Okay.
On a twin turbo, you have half the pulses and half the exhaust energy going to each turbo.
Oh, there's
So
no way.
you have less exhaust energy
That's what
going
I'm
to each one of those turbos, so that
So you can create back pressure. Wait, let me shut up. But less energy for sure.
reduces response.
Right.
So effectively, I've done lots of tests with this where we've run single turbos and twin turbos, and if you size them the same, they basically do the same thing. What I tell people about single versus twin is usually a choice is more like aesthetic.
Oh,
Like twins look cool because it's symmetrical.
Yeah.
Maybe
Facts.
they package better because
true.
there are some chassis where you can't get a big single turbo.
single turbo
'cause
in
it's
there,
just like a BMW. You're not going to fit it. It's just not going to work. But two small ones might fit it. And also, I mean, let's face it. If you're walking around the street or you're talking to somebody and you can tell them I have a twin turbo, that sounds like
Sounds cool.
way better than I just have a turbo, right?
It does. With the single
Facts.
turbo.
Yeah, he ain't wrong. He ain't wrong. Baldy ain't wrong, bro. He ain't wrong. I mean, I agree with bro. Yo, like walking in the street, and you say to your homie, "Yo, I got me two twin turbos." Sounds better than single. He said it, and I agree.
Run a big hot side with these, like
I said, and when I have discussions with people about this, I do a live feed every night.
Yeah.
I talk to them, question and answer periods, all that stuff. So I try to go through all this. What I tell people is when you're asking a question about something, because a lot of times guys want to ask like
Specific,
micro questions.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
let's talk about this. I'm like, no, let's talk about this part of it. And this part of it is how much power do you want to make?
Okay.
That's number one. So if we're gonna size
Okay,
a
yeah,
turbo,
facts.
the first thing that we have to figure out is how much power do you want to make. So if you want to make 1,000 horsepower, picking an 800 horsepower turbo is not going to get us there.
right.
Let's pick 1,000 horsepower turbo. Actually, let's pick a 1,200 because
Wait. Hold on. Okay, so in my setting, right, I'm building my RB26 to be able to go up to 600 horsepower. Okay, that's what I'm aiming at. Okay, and the thing is, I can't get any higher than that. Why is that? The block might crack, and I do not want that. Hey, buying an RB26 block, good luck. It's not impossible, but good luck. But not also that, but look, if I go with a twin turbo, okay, or a single turbo, I gotta make sure that it can go up to 600. So I believe as a safety measure, I mean, it's just logical. If you think about it, it just makes sense, okay? I should, in my setting, I should go up to 1,000 horsepower. Okay, cool, nice. We know for a fact that my block, since it's the OEM block, it won't go past 600. But that range gives me, like, from, you know, like I said 1,000 horsepower, right? Capable turbo. Okay, cool, nice. But I need the minimum of it, or I need a good range, you know. If it's up to 1,000, then okay, what's the minimum? Is it 500? If it's 500, then it might be a bit too too much, you know. But if I get a 850, yeah, 850, or yeah, probably 850 horsepower turbo with the minimum spooling range or functionality range. I don't know. I ain't got the right terminology for that, but there's a maximum in terms of the horsepower that you can use and the minimum. So if my minimum is like, I don't know, like 500, probably not 500, but like 350, and my goal is 600, and the maximum is 850, then why not? That would be what I need though. But he said that I need to divide those in half and make sure that one can do that and one can do this. So it means that I would have to do 150 divided by 2 for turbo 1 and turbo 2. And if I go single, I just go to 850. Well, 850. Right? That's where I'm getting at though. That's where I'm getting at.
Anybody that wants to make 1,000 is not going to be satisfied with 1,000 after he's had 1,000 for a while.
Yeah.
That's turbos. It's let's turn it up so that we always give them a little bit extra. But we start with that. Okay, now let's talk about how do we get response. Like, do you want? Are you interested in response? Are you more interested in response than you are in the 1,000 horsepower? Are you going to use the spool up more than you're ever going to use this big number? Because let's face it, 1,000 horsepower out on the street.
It's a lot.
Guys can't put that down.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So it's just, can I spin my tires at 100 and 150, or it's that kind of thing. So I would want to narrow in on, okay, how do we get you now the other part of it? How do we get your response rate? The hot side is one of those things, but you don't want to make it too restrictive and have too much back pressure.
Right.
You have to balance that. But there are other things to think about besides that, like we talked about.
He said it, bro. The back pressure. Sorry. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Like, I don't want to worry about that. I just want it to be like straightforward, No pressure issues, no nothing, no none of that. Like, I don't want that.
The naturally aspirated power output
so I don't know.
plays a big part. If we put 1,000 horsepower on a turbo on a 4.8, especially one with a cam and a short runner intake manifold, and put one on a 6-liter, the 6-liter is going to be way more responsive than the 4.8 is. So we have to look at all the other things. The single biggest thing that affects the response rate of a turbo is the power output, the torque down low from the naturally aspirated motor. So if you can make more or more power down low from the NA motor, long runner intake manifolds, mild camshaft, good flowing heads, and displacement. Like I said, 6-liter over a 4.8. If you can do that, it will be more responsive. And changes in AR are not going to make that kind of change. Changes in AR are going to. We've done lots of AR testing on Jimmy's Tahoe with a 5.3 on it. We go from a 0.83 to a 121 housing, and yeah, it changes it. But it doesn't change it anywhere near like it would if you went to a 6-liter, from a 5.3 or a 4.8.
The displacement is insane.
Way more.
Well, where does it change it though, specifically?
If you change an AR, if you go from like a 0.83 to like a 121.
Wait, hold on.
It changes.
I got my bad. I got a. What's an AR? what was that? What's that? AR turbo. AR turbo definition. Oh no. Area over radius. Okay. Or area to radius ratio. Cross-sectional area of the volute. That's A, and R is the distance from the center line of the turbocharger. Okay. Oh, so it's a mathematic formula basically. Okay. Okay. I get it now.
Softens the spool up, but then adds power on the top. So do you want that? Do you care about power production? If you look at the curve, it's almost like changing a camshaft. So if we make the camshaft bigger and now it makes more peak power, it now makes less power down low. So which of those things is more important to you. And this is one of the things I go over on the channel all the time. I'm like, look, 95% of people are going to be much happier with a small cam, a long render intake, and a more responsive turbo than they are with something that makes 1,000 horsepower. That's.
Am I most people, bro? I don't know. I don't know if am I most people, bro? Cause I am looking to make some power for show. Wait, let me try back. What you said?
Are going to be much happier with a small cam.
I don't have no small cam.
A long render intake and a more responsive turbo.
Huh. Okay. So maybe, just maybe, I should still get the more responsive turbo. Maybe that's what I should do. Maybe.
Than they are with something that makes 1,000 horsepower that's laggy. They're just gonna like this better because when you nail the throttle, there's nothing better than having something happen.
Yeah.
And so they like that way more, which is why we recommend when we're doing turbo stuff, small cams. If you can make 1,000.
Are you for real, bro? Come on, bro. He for real, bro? But I got everything but small cam. Like, hold on, bro. Let me pull up the cams that I actually got though. I got some cam for that. Wait, hold on. Bro, like these are cams I got though. This what I have. So I'm kind of set up. I'm actively set up. Like I'm set up. Yo, it's bad. I'm set up. It's bad. Wait, hold on.
Hey RB fans, Sam from Calford Cams here, and today we're going to be unboxing one of our Nissan RB camshaft sets.
Calford I got the same
ones.
Of
success with this engine, and we cater to the entire DOC RB range, all the way from RB20 up to RB26. These are a chill cast cam, ground and acid etch to exceed OEM manufacturing standards and to increase reliability in high performance applications.
See, he's saying words that are cool to me, but the thing is, Baldy. Wait, my bad. Baldy. Wait, hold on. Bro said.
Many of our designs.
Wait. Bro said.
You know, it takes a little bit more boost, but you make it with a small cam, you also get more response rate.
Like, come on, bro. And bro says.
Standards and to Nissan RB cam.
And listen, bro says.
Calford has a proven history of success with this engine.
No, not that.
These are a chill cast cam, ground and acid etch to exceed OEM manufacturing standards and
Okay.
to increase reliability in high performance applications.
Reliability and hard performance, blah 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 blah. And this guy says.
You know, it takes a little bit more boost, but you make it with a small cam, you also get more response rate.
Like, whoa. I don't know which one to buy then. Like, should I buy a bigger turbo or not? But like, I don't know anymore. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know anymore. I'm confused. I'm confused though. I mean, it's too late, bro. Like,
many of our designs
it's too late, bro.
Split load profile, which helps to promote
not only it's already installed in my head, but yeah, now look, you see the price? Wait, hold on. Wait, there's no price? I bet. Okay, it's like with taxes and all that, yo, I don't know, just under 1,000. Like, come on, bro. I already got that. I ain't gonna purchase something smaller to make my car more responsive if I can manage something with the turbos and good tuning. See what I mean? You see what I mean, bro?
Has anybody ever wanted to make power? Like, let's say if you're going for 1,000, right? Pretty common. Has anybody wanted a laggy setup making 1,000? Because you can make 1,000 with a smaller turbo.
Yeah.
And also a bigger turbo or maybe larger.
Why would you want a laggy setup though? Why? Unless, I could be wrong, but unless you're using a anti-lag, but why would you? Okay, no. Okay, maybe anti-lag would be the reason why you would want something laggier to then fix it. But sometimes, listen, sometimes people do it for the sound itself. Only that. Only that for some is sufficient enough. They just do it for the sound though. And yeah, some do.
Cams.
Somehow.
Does anybody ever want? What would be the reason for somebody that want that?
They actually do.
Really?
Yeah, 4060 transmission guys want that because they don't want
Okay,
what they don't
I mean,
want is to make.
He said, okay, I don't know that transmission, but he brought up a good, valid point, right? People sometimes do it because they want the feel of it, you know. So I could understand that for sure. And not everyone is looking to find the biggest power ever. Like not everyone. Okay, so if you want something laggy, be my guest though. Be my guest.
All of the torque and it just tear the transmission apart. So some guys want to do that to save drivetrain stuff.
Okay.
And so they may
Good
want that.
facts.
Some guys
Okay,
like
that's
the
a
feel
good
of the
one.
Turbo rush coming on, like they want to see a 2J or an RB kind of old school curve. It goes nothing, and then,
And then
all
bang, yeah, all the way up.
and so sometimes they want to do that, but like I said, 90+% of the guys, if they have a small responsive turbo on a small cam deal and the boost comes on immediately, they go whang and zing that thing over. That's just love, man. They just want that to happen.
Yeah, they want the experience. Yeah, 100%.
I haven't ever had a guy say that's really too responsive.
That's a come on, bro.
That's more responsive than I want.
Like who will
So
say
it
that?
seems
bro?
like a lot of this is just a balancing act. That's what I've learned. It's
Yeah.
just like, you know, you have to know what you want, and you kind of have to make some sacrifices. It may sound cool to have the twin turbo or whatever it is, a bigger cam and all that, but
Yeah,
is it gonna
true.
make you
Sound
happy
too, bro. Sound
with
is a
what you're
big
looking
one.
for?
And
Just for me
that-
though. Just for me. Like a good sounding car is insane, bro. Is insane for me though. And that's in part, you know, when I'm trying to reach out for my build though. Like I want it to sound good. No goofy noises, no nothing, no none of that, but something cool though. Something cool. That'd be nice.
That's why it's hard to choose. Like we can't tell somebody.
And depending on their turbos, I know that there is different turbos that sound different. So I will check on that though. But once again, bruh, I do not know what setup should I use though, single or twin. Bro did explain though. He did. But I guess that for my setup, it has to come to what I truly want to have though. Because I believe that although my cams are bigger, and he mentioned something with smaller cams, he was most likely probably referring to V8s. Okay, so it's full on different. But I believe that I could go with either way, like single or twin or single. I don't know, bro. We'll see eventually. We'll see. And I feel like one of my biggest decision factor will be price. I'm not gonna hold you. Probably price though, because you know, building cars can get expensive, and especially RB based engines, or RB based cars, or Jay-Z based cars, and all of those though, they can be challenging and money heavy sometimes. And this is, sadly enough, it's only for stuff that you want to fix, not stuff that you want to add on to it, and by fixing I mean like the issues of those type of engines, like I mentioned. No, I didn't. But if I didn't know, RB have a huge oiling issue, and if I'm not mistaken, Jay-Z has a huge watering issue. So, although these are cheap-ish stuff to replace in terms of like what you can do to an engine, they can add up quickly and get really pricey. So, yeah, bro. It comes to a point, bro, where just gotta make a decision, bro. Single or turbo, twin turbo. I don't know, bro. We'll see.
What the ideal turbo is. Oh, what's the best cam for my thing? Well, we don't know, because we don't decide what the best cam is. The guy that's getting the cam does. He may want a smooth idle. He may want not a smooth idle. He may want a stock converter. He may not want that. all of that stuff comes into play also with a turbo. What does the guy want? What's important to him on his list?
Right.
True.
So now, when it comes to camshafts, right? Since we talked about turbos and choosing the right turbo and so on, right?
True.